Pangalawa ang cancer sa mga nakamamatay na sakit sa Pilipinas noong 2022. Ayon sa World Health Organization o WHO, cancer sa baga, breast cancer at liver cancer ang mga nangunguna sa listahan. Marami ng global advances at innovations para magamot at makaiwas sa iba't ibang klase ng cancer, pero magastos ang gamutan. Dito sa Pilipinas, umaabot sa 120,000 pesos hanggang sa 1,000,000 piso ang cancer treatment. Bakit nga ba tumataas ang kaso ng cancer sa bansa? Ano ang mga bagong treatments at technology para magamot ang sakit na ito? Ating alamin sa OK Doc.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all over the world. Tutok na po mga kasambuhay at marami na naman tayong matututunan ngayon dito pa rin sa OK Doc. Napakahalaga po na tayo ay armado ng mga impormasyon pagdating sa tinatawag na critical illnesses o yung delikadong mga sakit na tulad ng cancer. Bakit nga ba patuloy na tumataas ang bilang ng mga kaso ng cancer sa bansa? So lahat po yan ay atin pong malalaman, pati na rin yung mga support group na nagbibigay ng kasiguruhan sa iba't ibang mga hamon na kinahaharap po natin. Dito pa rin po sa OK Doc. Ipakikilala po natin ang makakasama nating eksperto for this episode, a skilled medical oncologist affiliated with Makati Medical Center, Asian Hospital and Medical Center, St. Luke's Medical Center, Global City, and chairman of the Medical Advisory Board of Healthway Cancer Care Hospital. Walang iba kung hindi si Doc Gary Lorenzo. Ito na, pag-usapan po natin yung sakit na cancer. Meron na ba tayong mga tinatawag ng noticeable trends in cancer incidence over the years?
Well, I think generally the incidence of cancer has increased over time, and I think it's largely because the older you get, the more susceptible we are to develop cancer. I think in principle, early screening is very helpful. Now we're able to detect patients sooner, hence the rate of curability becomes higher. No? But we need all the help to be able to campaign. Maybe it could start in schools or in the workplace where employees may be mandated to practice early screening. No?
Doc, how important is early detection dun sa tinatawag na survival rate ng mga pasyenteng may cancer?
Hindi natin pwedeng hinding take seriously, no? Really, especially with cancer, no, the best protection really is early detection. No? Financial burden on the patient and family is less when the tumor is caught earlier.
Ano yung mga latest diagnostic tools or screening para nga dito sa tinatawag nating early detection?
Yeah, there's a lot, though not only in the field of medical oncology. I'll start out with even diagnostics. In the past, we only had from X-rays to ultrasounds to CT scans to MRI. And now we have more sophisticated machines, like the PET-CT. Surgery has become super specialized. That's where molecular profiling comes into place. In the past, we used to treat patients based on what type of cancer. We need to find the particular medicine that best fits the profile of the patient.
Okay, so Doc, talking about technologies, groundbreaking therapies, ano ba yung available na sa Pilipinas?
For the most 95% of the time, we would have the technology and even the medicines. No, there are a few that are not available that are currently under FDA approval, but there are means and ways in which that we can help patients bring it in. Pag wala kasi, Jing, we have the ability and the means to send out the sample to neighboring countries who can provide the service.
Ano bang range ng gastusin pagdating sa pagpapagamot ng cancer?
Well, it's so wide and broad, no? But even within chemotherapy, meron yung mas mura, may mas mahal. And I think it's also dictated by, there's what we call patent laws, no? That I think when a drug is first discovered, it takes a number of years before you can have a generic equivalent, no? So, chemo can be anywhere from as small as 15, 20,000 to as much as over 100,000. But the newer medicines are rather expensive. The targeted tablets would average, maybe 100,000 a month. Immunotherapy, probably about a little over 100,000 a month. So may kamahalan talaga, no? That's why it's very important that you consult with your good doctors, no? Because the most expensive medicine is the wrong medicine.
Pero Doc, mabigat talaga sa bulsa at sa damdamin itong cancer, not just for the patient, but for the whole family, even for the doctors and the medical team, no? Caring for the patient. So Doc, may mga questions dito from our audience.
May kakilala po ako may stage 4 cancer. Paano po kaya sila matutulungan ng gobyerno para makatanggap ng benepisyo na makakatulong sa gastusin nila sa paggagamot po?
Patients are able to get help from, PCSO, PhilHealth, in their local government. The patients are also with the PWD discounts. And a lot of our drug companies they actually also try to help in their own ways. Most of them, especially the innovators, most of them offer what we call patients assistance programs, no? Where sometimes they often do give big discounts. So I think they have to discuss this with their doctors. No? How can the doctors help them make treatment less expensive? No?
Sa inyo pong palagay at karanasan bilang isang oncologist, ano po kaya yung mga suporta na kailangan para naman sa mga caregivers ng ating mga cancer patients?
Oftentimes, they're actually neglected. Patients all the energy is focused on the patients, but sometimes the spouse himself or herself are overburdened. No? So that's why it's also important to have in your team somebody who deals with not only the illness, no, but the problems that surround the illness, no. Mga palliative care doctors, psychiatrists, nutritionists. All that make up the team, no.
Ano nga bang lifestyle changes yung dapat gawin para naman mapababa, no, yung cancer risk ng mga pasyente?
It's common sense. It's not only for prevention of cancer, but it's a healthy living, no? A good diet, good physical activity, and then of course you see your doctors every once in a while for wellness sake, no? You're not going to a doctor to look for an illness, but to make sure that you maintain a healthy body and healthy soul, no?
Ano ang bilin mo sa amin pagdating dito sa prevention, treatment, cancer care?
You can discuss this with your doctors. What are the preventive or early detection tests that one has to perform to try to, detect cancer sooner, because catching it sooner translates into a higher chance for cure, no? And, it's always good to get several opinions. Tayo kasi nahihiya yung mga pasyente to do doctor shopping. I don't think so there's anything wrong with that. If you think you need help, seek help with your doctors and they can navigate you through whatever it might be, no?
Doc, thank you for continuing to be the voice of hope para sa ating mga patients at sa mga pamilya nila. Sa pagbabalik po natin, makakausap naman po natin si Barbette Soliven, isa po siyang wife and mother at isang cancer survivor. So ikikwento po niya ang kanyang cancer journey at syempre kung paano niya ito nalampasan. Huwag po kayong bibitiw, magbabalik pa rin po ang Okay Doc.
So nung sinabi sa akin na, kung makalimutan, sorry, I have CA. Hindi ko na narinig yung iba yung sinabi sa akin.
Hi guys! This is the Jane Castañeda Podcast. Meaningful conversations na may iba't ibang pananaw.
To fight cancer is to go for screening and early detection.
Hindi tayo tumitigil sa paghanap ng mga gamot para masolusyonan yun.
Mga kwentong nakaka-touch na, nakaka-inspire pa.
Regardless of diagnosis or prognosis, lahat hopeful. Kumbaga, nabigyan kami ng pangalawang pagkakataon sa buhay. So buhay na buhay kami.
Let's promote hope.
That's the thing about seeing my mom survive it already. So alam ko, kakayanin ko din naman ito.
Wellness and inspiration.
Hindi po operasyon ang palaging solusyon sa mayoma.
Yan ang ating misyon. Ang maging tulay sa pag-alalay at pagtulong sa ating mga kasambuhay. This is the Jing Castañeda Podcast. Catch it every Thursday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Nagbabalik po tayo dito pa rin sa OK Doc. At kasama po natin ngayon ang isang endometrial cancer survivor. Isa po siyang mommy at makakakwentuhan po natin siya tungkol sa kanyang cancer journey. Walang iba kung hindi si Barbs Soliven. Hi Barbs!
Hi Jing, good afternoon. And sa iyong mga taga-subaybay.
Ayun, nako, ikwento mo nga sa amin. Paano mo nalaman na ikaw ay may cancer, may symptoms ba? Anong pinagdaanan mo?
Actually, Jing, all the while I thought it's just lumalaktaw-laktaw lang yung period ko. 2011, naging irregular. And then, so parang nasanay ako na minsan 6 months akong wala, magkakaroon ako 2 days lang. And then October 2021, hindi ko makakalimutan kasi birth month ng dad ko. Dumating yung period ko, ang ginagamit ko, hindi sanitary na napkin na regular, yung para siyang diaper. So,
ganun kalakas.
Ganun kalakas. Tapos ang palit ko, parang mga every 15 minutes. Nasa bahay lang ako, nag-gardening. Alam ko na something was wrong kasi hindi ako tumitingin sa baba. I was feeling something warm flowing down my legs. Literally, I was sitting on a pool of blood. Ang lakas. Tapos, umupo ako sa toilet, jelly yung lumalabas. Tapos, I texted my friend. Sinabi niya sa akin, Barbs, you have to go to my OB, ini-schedule na kita kasi alam kong kung ikaw lang, hindi mo gagawin.
So, hindi ka nag-ER?
Hindi ako nag-ER. Oo, kinaya ko pa na pumunta sa doktor. Tinignan ako ng OB, na medyo naging borderline anemic ako, kaya pinag-anuhan ako ng iron.
No.
Tapos, in-schedule ako for DNC, raraspahin. Kasi sabi ng doc, may nakabara. Sabi nung doktora sa husband ko, they will have the specimen biopsied. So, I was asked to return after 5 days. So, wala pang 5 days, sinabi na, naka-receive na ako message, please go to my clinic at this time. Doon medyo kinabahan na ako. Ibig sabihin may findings na. Feeling ko the findings not good. So, nung sinabi sa akin na, hindi ko makalimutan, sorry. I have CA. Hindi ko na narinig yung iba niya sinabi sa akin. So,
parang pelikula.
Oo, yun. Parang pelikula, naka-slow motion yung lahat. Tapos, tinitignan ko yung husband ko. Ang nasa isip ko yung little girl ko. Kasi tagal ko siyang hinintay eh. Tapos, inisip ko, mawawalan agad siya ng mommy. Sabi ko gano'n, oh my God, sabi ko gano'n. Hindi ko na siya narinig. Tapos, bigla na lang bumalik yung voice. Sabi niya gano'n, sabi niya gano'n, I arrange a meeting sa onko. You just have to go there. Naglalakad kami going to the oncos clinic. He dived into my medical history. Inalam niya kung paano nagsimula yung period ko, ganyan. Sabi niya, here's what we're going to do. He asked us kung if we have plans of having another kid. Right then and there, sinabi namin na, Doc, if it needs to be taken out lahat, okay lang po kami kasi meron na kaming baby girl. Tapos he asked, kailan daw ba namin gustong gawin yung surgery? Ako kasi gusto ko agad-agad na eh.
Paano niya pinaliwanag yung magiging journey mo?
We'll do a total hysterectomy. At tatanggalin po lahat reproductive organ mo.
So, wala ka ng matres?
Wala na akong matres, wala na akong ovary, wala na akong fallopian tubes, ganyan. Sabi ko, okay po.
Madali ba para sa'yo yung desisyon na yun? Kasi hindi ka na pwede magkaanak.
Sa akin, madali kasi naisip ko, pag nawala yon, mamiminimize mo yung possibility ng recurrence eh. Kasi na-explain din man nila sa akin na yung kukunin sa akin, parang naka-float siya. Hindi siya nakadikit sa any muscle or laman. Kaya
Yung
yun ang-
tumor.
yung tumor. Sabi ko, okay, sabi kong ganun. Sige
At may
po.
anak ka na rin
At may
naman.
anak na ako eh. So, happy na ako, content. Gusto ko syempre marami. Gusto ko 4, 5, ganyan. Pero kung ito lang yung bibigay sa akin na nasa taas, pasalamat na ako, Jing.
So, tinignan mo yung biyaya, no? Sa
Yes.
likod nung, sabi nga, bad news.
Siguro I got the strength from my mom. Kasi when I told her na may CA ako, ang kalma-kalma ng nanay ko eh. Sabi niya, anak, magdadasal tayo. Sabi niya, lahat ng sagot makukuha sa dasal. And siguro kasi may experience, never din kami pinabayaan na nasa taas eh. And we're not asking a lot. Sabi ko, naging mabuti naman akong daughter. Pati asawa. Sabi ko, Lord, ito lang para lang sa anak ko. Sabi ko, tsaka 2 matanda kasi inaalagaan ko eh. So, sinong titingin sa kanila? Sabi ko, it's not even for me. It's for them.
Yung gastos, naisip mo ba yun?
Yes. Kasi alam naman natin, hindi siya mura. 'Di ba? So, I guess I was fortunate. Meron akong HMO. And then, syempre, kailangan ko mag-safe keep. 'Di ba? Yung possibility na additional cash. Pero hindi kasi ako liquid. It will take time. Tumawag pa yung tita ko. Sabi ko, tita, sorry. Sabi ko, gano'n kasi nahihiram ako. Babalik ko po agad. Sabi ko. Tapos umiyak na ako. Sabi niya, ano ka ba? Sabi niya, gano'n. Alam ko naman. Tsaka magpe-pray tayo. Sabi niya, pray kami for you.
Issue rin sa cancer. Kasi hindi mo alam kung gaano katagal yung laban, no? Kaya yung pera, yung resources, hindi mo alam kung
Totoo.
gaano karami nga ba ang kailangan mo
Correct.
ihanda.
Kasi una mong iisipin dyan, may radiation ba na kailangan? May chemotherapy ba? So, I guess I myself was even surprised na hindi ko kinailangan yun. Kasi nga, that's the beauty of early detection eh. And,
Pero yung ano pala, nung nalaman mong ikaw ay may cancer, may HMO naman, di ba? Sapat ba yung HMO coverage?
sapat naman, na-cover naman, grateful ako doon, na-cover siya. Kaya kami mag-asawa naghanda, yung pwedeng maliquidate, pwede na kaya namin i-maliquidate, liquidate mo, or makukuha mong money sa bank, kukunin na namin para may hawak kami. Kasi iba yung may hawak ka na nandun ka sa hospital eh, di ba?
Okay. So, fast forward tayo. Thank you, Lord, nakaraos
Thank you,
ka.
Lord,
Nakauwi
nakaraos.
tayo ng maayos. At, syempre, yung treatment mo after your surgery, meron pa rin.
Ano na siya, more of regular follow-ups.
So, ngayon, ilang years after na yung iyong operation?
2021, 2022,
So, 3 years.
2024. Oh, 3 years. 3 years
So,
na ako.
every year may check-up ka?
Twice a year.
Twice
Twice
a
a year. Kailangan kong, andun kasi ako sa age na kailangan, may mammogram, may breast ultrasound, may abdominal ultrasound ka, so may CT scan, may MRI, ganyan. May mga ganun. May mga ganun ka. So, may mga cost pa rin siya.
So, akala mo, lahat ng ginastos nyo, lahat ng nilabas mong pera, yun na yun, goodbye na yun, di ba?
Oo.
Okay. Pero, sabi nga, laging may blessing.
Yes.
Diba? In the midst of all of these trials. So,
Yes,
may
yes.
blessing kang bago.
Oo, may blessing ako. Kasi, after I was hospitalized, yung ninang ko sa kasal, she kept on calling me and texting me what happened to me. Feeling ko kasi hindi pa ako ready i-share yung story ko. So, sinabi ko sa kanya, ba't di mo sinabi agad sa akin? Sabi niya gano'n, pero meron kang makukuha sa sa insurance mo. Nilagyan kita ng critical illness. Sabi niya, so may makukuha kang money. Talaga po? So, akala ko, mga reimbursement lang, mga 100,000, ganun. Pero it's still a lot, Sabi ko, meron. Sabi niya, magkano po? Entitled ka for 1M.
1 million?
Sabi ko, oh my God, totoo po. Sabi ko ganun sa kanya. Oo, sabi niya ganun.
So may mga bago na palang mga life insurance
Oo.
products ngayon.
Tapos nilagyan niya pala ako, ang tawag dun sa insurance parlance is rider for critical illness. So, nandun. So, that's part of the package that I'm paying. Sabi niya ganun, bibigyan ka na ng listahan ng mga documents na kailangan mo i-prepare. I-forward mo sa akin. You don't have to come to my house. Just email it to me and sign it off. Sabi niya, napakadali lang nun, Jing, kasi nandun lahat ng mga papeles eh. Some of that hard copy, I just had to secure and call Makati Med. So, nagbigay ko agad sa kanya. Tapos, saglit lang, naibigay sa akin yung cheque.
Ilang weeks yung processing?
More or less a month.
1 month.
Nagkaroon pa na-accumulate ng interest. So, sabi ko, wow.
Hindi mahirap yung processing.
Hindi mahirap. Kasi I've heard of horror stories na people are not able to get what's due to them because of some nitty-gritties. Pero yung sa akin, ang bilis. Kaya ito, super happy ako kasi I felt I was really well taken care of. Well, siguro kasi ninang ko siya sa kasal, no? But yung leader agent ng ninang ko also looked out for me. Naramdaman ko naman na, I was well taken care of. Kaya sabi ko, sabi ko sa husband ko, daddy, sabi ko, hindi yan fraud, hindi yan scam. Sabi ko sa kanya.
So, sulit.
Sulit.
So, bumalik na agad yung investment mo.
Oo.
Diba? Yung binayad sa pagbili ng insurance.
Correct. Sabi ko, siguro more or less, a year pa lang ako nagbabayad, Jing, biruin mo, para may makuha ka na kaagad na gano'n.
So, lampas pa yung 1 million.
Diba?
Na nakuha mo dun sa binayad mo na for the insurance.
Exactly. May ROI ka na agad.
Oo, may ROI ka
hindi
na.
ko pa nahihit yung 10 years, meron na ako agad ng ROI. Sobra talaga yung blessing na yun. Sabi ko, Lord, totoo talaga, no? Pag nagbigay ka naman talaga ng blessing, talagang lulunurin mo naman ako. And, walang hanggang pasasalamat hanggang sa araw na to, Jing. Talagang every day, every gising is a blessing.
Totoo. Sabi mo kanina, off the air, no? Ito yung naging advocacy mo na rin.
Yes, oo. Early detection. At saka, get yourself checked, especially when you're in your 40s, lalo tayong mga babae. Get your mammogram, your breast ultrasound, your abdominal ultrasound. Get yourself checked regularly. Kasi, hindi naman siya na-detect sa regular APE lang eh.
Naintriga na ako. Kasi parang gusto ko na kumuha niyang insurance ka policy na yan. Ano nga ba yung insurance company?
Insular Life.
Insular
Yeah,
Life.
that's my insurance and that's my husband's insurance. And personal testimonial ko to. That's why I'm also sharing it. Na, you don't have to wait for something to happen to you para kumuha ka pa ng insurance, get one now. And, if you can't afford yung top tier, get what you can afford and what you think will work for you and for your budget.
Alam mo, I agree with you, no? Kasi pag ako rin may mga nakikita na magagandang produkto or yung na-experience mo, di ba? Gusto mo i-share.
Yes.
Kasi ngayon, information is public service.
Correct.
So instead of yung may mga horror story, sabi mo nga, di ba? Para hindi na pagdaanan ng iba yung horror stories.
Totoo.
So na-inspire ako sa kwento mo.
Yes,
At I'm
thank
sure
you.
maraming na-inspire sa yung kwento. Parang roller coaster din yung naramdaman ko na pinapakinggan kita. Naiyak ako, natuwa ako. Tapos, di ba? So, I can just imagine what you went through. And palakpakan natin si Barb.
Salamat po, salamat.
Grabe. So, thank you for being a voice of hope, no? I think yung ating episode ngayon, napakaganda kasi maraming mga boses ng pag-asa from the doctor now to you. And mamaya, may mapakikinggan din po tayo. Isa pang boses na magbibigay pag-asa at kasiguruhan, no? Sa atin po na napakaraming kinahaharap ngayon na mga pagsubok, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa usaping pangkalusugan. So, tutok lamang po kayo. Dito pa rin po sa Okay Doc. Talk about this resilience program or product of InLife.
Okay, so si Resilience po, it's a financial solution of InLife. It's actually a whole life health insurance plan.
Insular Life, or InLife, is a Filipino life insurance company. For over a century, we empower Filipinos to attain financial security. We adapt with the times and focus on our policyholders. We help Filipinos reach their financial dreams, look after their health, and secure their future. We care for our environment and communities and value good corporate governance. InLife champions the mission to lead Filipinos to a lifetime for good.
Nagbabalik po tayo dito po sa OK Doc. So kanina narinig po natin yung kwento ni Barbs. 'Di ba mapapaisip ka? Parang sa isang saglit biglang nagbago yung buhay niya nung siya'y magkaroon ng cancer. So parang wala ngang kasiguruhan ano. Pero syempre, meron pa ring mga tumutulong na mga produkto, tao, organisasyon na kahit paano'y mahuhugutan natin ng mga paraan para magkaroon ng kasiguruhan yung ating mga buhay. At isa na po dito ay yung binabanggit nga po ni Barbs na insurance company. Alamin nga natin kung ano po ito. At para magkwento tungkol dyan, makasama natin si Giselle Nas, ang Senior Manager and Products Officer of InLife.
Hello, Tita Jean. Good afternoon po. And of course to your viewers, good afternoon po.
Uy, Giselle, kanina napakinggan mo yung kwento
Yes.
ni Barbs.
Opo, very moving, very inspiring, no? Na pagdaanan niya lahat yon. And yet po, very resilient din po si Miss Barbs, no?
At very
Going
hopeful
through the
ang
challenge.
ending nung
Very
kanyang
hopeful.
journey, no? O can you talk about this resilience program or product of InLife?
Okay, so see, resilience po, it's a financial solution of InLife. It's actually a whole life health insurance plan, no, that provides po financial protection. So it provides financial security, giving a lump sum amount of money to, of course, help alleviate yung mga expenses, no, when one is diagnosed of a critical illness.
So hindi confined to cancer yung tulong na makukuha
Yes.
sa InLife.
Since it's an extensive, a very comprehensive health plan, it's not just cancer, but it actually covers po 123 illnesses.
Wow,
then
ang dami.
Yeah, we break down po yung illnesses na into major and minor. So it covers 84 major illnesses and then 39 minors.
Kailan magkikick in yung policy? Kailan ka pwedeng mag-claim? The moment ba na malaman mong may ganun kang sakit? Ano yan?
Agad-agad once diagnosed po of a critical illness or of a cancer, kailangan lang i-notify agad si InLife. Then present all those requirements and then the processing na of the benefit will start immediately, no, after ma-complete lahat ng mga requirements na yun. There is this a provision, no, in the policy na once diagnosed, si insured, no, will have that 30 days na parang we call that survival period. So then mapaprocess na yung kanyang after 30 days or after a month, mapaprocess na po the benefit of the insurance.
Yung critical illnesses, medyo malawak yun di ba? Ano ba ang pasok doon bukod sa cancer?
There are 3 major illnesses in the country. So this is cancer, heart attack, stroke.
So itong mga binabanggit mo ay covered kung meron kang policy
na resilience.
Na si resilience,
po,
okay.
InLife.
So pwede bang ikwento mo sa amin ano yung coverage niyan? Meron ba yung age limit?
Okay, so si resilience po covers issue ages 0. So kahit mga bata po, no, pwede silang maging applicant ng resilience plan until 70 years old. So ganun ka-extensive yung coverage age niya. And then the major benefit po of the plan, so once diagnosed, we have a term called sum insured or coverage amount. So you have that 1 million coverage amount. Once diagnosed, that full amount po will be given sa insured, no,
Okay.
as benefit.
At any point in your journey, no, nung sakit
Yes.
mo, whether sa umpisa, sa gitna,
Once
o
diagnosed.
sa dulo, tapos na. Like si Barbs, di ba? Naoperahan na siya, tapos na siya nakakuha
Right.
pa rin siya.
And it's not just the major benefit na lump sum na 1 million, but we also covered po yung hospital stay niya. So there's a certain percentage, no, from the coverage amount that is devoted to a daily allowance for the hospitalization.
Marami akong tanong, pero unahin natin itong ating mga tagapanood. Ito yung kanilang tanong.
Ano ang matatanggap na benefits ng isang taong may Alzheimer's at angioplasty?
Alzheimer's po, covered siya ni resilience and also angioplasty. So, ika-qualify natin siya or ika-classify. Angioplasty will fall under a minor type of critical illness. Tapos si Alzheimer's falls under major. So pag major, that's 100%, no, of the coverage amount. Pero kapag yun yung inuna niyang i-claim, the 100%, it's exhausted. Ibig sabihin na bigay mo na lahat. But pwede din po kasing mangyari na pwede niya munang i-claim yung angioplasty, which is 25% po of the coverage amount yung benefit. So ibig sabihin, if you have 1 million, you'll have 250 for angioplasty. And then the remaining amount, which is 750,000, that's for the Alzheimer's.
Ano ang difference ng HMO sa InLife at anong mas magandang policy ang kunin nito?
Walang mas maganda kasi pareho silang kailangan. So HMO is very, very important. It covers po kasi outpatient, no, na services, not just the hospitalization but also yung mga doctor's visits, 'di ba? Yung mga laboratory exams, those kind of healthcare services. Si life insurance or health insurance kagaya ni Resilience, pumapasok siya as supplemental benefit talaga. So it gives you a lump sum, no, na amount of money na pwede mong gamitin in any healthcare services. So kung si HMO, very specific siya to that kind of hospitalization, this kind of doctor or sa network. Kasi 'di ba pag dapat within coverage lang yung HMO para masabi natin na yung doctor covered or pwede siyang within that network of HMO. Si Resilience or si health insurance covers any doctor, any hospital, any disease then at particular.
So paano yun, Giselle? Kung walang claim, hindi ka nagkasakit. Naku, thank you Lord, di ba?
Yes.
Pero anong mangyayari dun sa policy mo? Hindi ba sayang yung hinuhulog mo?
Hindi po, Tita Jing. Si Resilience po, kahit hindi ka nagkasakit, meron po siyang tinatawag na in-shape cash bonus. So this benefit kicks in when the insured po is at age 65. Pero depende din po kung kailan niya kinuha yung policy niya at a certain age. But at earliest po at age 65, meron nang ibibigay sa kanya na amount of benefit. That's 8% po of the coverage amount, no, ni Resilience. So starting age 65 and every 5 years until age 85.
Wow! Tapos may booster benefit. Ano naman yun?
Ayun. So booster benefit, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na aside from the major benefit na buong money, 'di ba, lump sum amount of benefit, meron siyang additional na hospitalization benefit. So that's one of the booster benefits of Resilience. Another is yung second coverage ng major critical illness. And then yung third booster benefit is when that cancer diagnosis is at the end stage.
May mga list ng requirements tayo for pag mag-claim sila. Ayan, pa-flash natin sa screen ngayon. Pero kung kumpleto na ako sa papeles, anong next step?
Okay, so they can submit this via the InLife app. So meron silang that platform, no, where they can upload the documents and then diretso na yun sa claims department.
And then kung gusto naman nilang mas personal, yung kanilang agent.
They can submit the requirements via their financial advisor.
Parang yung ninang ni Bards,
Yes,
no?
yes.
Naku, maraming
Correct.
natutunan ha. Ako personally, kasi antiquated na yung concept ko ng insurance, life insurance, non-life insurance. So marami akong natutunan sa'yo. Any other message you want to share with our viewers?
Yes, Tita Jing. So, this is very important, no, for us to be financially protected. Yung state of health natin, hindi natin alam, no, when we will get sick, but it's very important for us to set aside funds. So, for financial solutions, no, from InLife, no, just visit our website. And you can also visit our social media account.
So very, very inspiring po ang ating hapon ng ating episode po ngayon. So thank you sa atin pong Senior Manager and Product Officer of InLife, Ms. Giselle Nas. Naku, ang dami po nating natutunan ngayon. Nalaman natin kay Doc Gary yung updates tungkol sa cancer at kung paano ito maagapan. Mula naman kay Barb. Naku, napaka-inspiring nung kanyang kwento tungkol sa kanyang naging cancer journey. At equally inspiring naman ay yung kwento naman ni Giselle mula sa InLife, kung saan kahit paano makahugot ka ng peace of mind dahil napakalaking bagay na may ganitong tayong masasandalan, no? May kasiguruhan sa buhay dahil panatag yung ating loob na may proteksyon tayo sa mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari na tulad na lang ng pagkakaroon ng malubhang sakit. Sana kayo rin po maraming natutunan mula sa ating episode. Para po sa karagdagang kaalaman, mag-follow kayo sa akin pong social media accounts at Jing Castaneda, syempre sa TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, at sa Facebook at sa YouTube. Meron din po tayong podcast, the Jing Castaneda Podcast. So please follow on Apple Music and Spotify. At syempre patuloy po ninyong panoorin ang ating programa sa ABS-CBN TFC at may mga feature din po tayo sa Philippine Star at Filipino Star ngayon. Hanggang sa susunod na episode, dito pa rin sa Okay Doc, ako po ang inyong kasama sa buhay, ang inyong kasambuhay, Jing Castaneda po. Bye!